welcome to the Harmonica Barge. Today is my 50th video lesson and it's going to be on the outro music. Some of you have asked for this. The tune's called Hammond's Place. It's one of mine. Sounds a bit like this. Okay, so today we're just going to talk about the first melody. Now, because it's quite a long piece, there's a lot of detail. I've done an in-depth lesson, which is a 35-minute long lesson. Follow the link below if you're interested in that, going into a lot more detail. But now let's get stuck into the melody. Okay, now the first bar, simply going one draw, two blow, two draw, two blow. The rhythm's going da 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 da, and then the second bar, the rhythm's going da 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 da. One draw, two blow, two draw. We've got this little scoop on the three, which is kind of nice, sort of hitting it on the bend and coming up, and then finishing on the two draw. And the next bar, one draw, two blow, two draw, three draw. And the next bar, there we've got a whole step bend on the three, coming down to the two draw, two blow, two draw, two blow. So here's those four bars. Now, I would tongue block this tune normally. I just pocket it then, actually, so you can pucker it. Tongue blocking for me allows me to put in the chords and sort of tongue effects in a certain style that I like. Not that you have to do that exclusively. I just kind of, that's the way I wrote this song, so it kind of suits the way to teach it. But, you know, for that you might have not known the difference that I was puckering. Here's the tongue block. Maybe a little bit warmer in the tone, perhaps. Now, of course, what we want to start doing, that's our basic melody, and we want to add some extra textures. And in this case, I'm going to use mostly chords, and maybe I'll use a slap here and there. So I've sort of gone back to listen to my recording and trying to work out what I did a few years ago. And, you know, I'm playing this with the rack. You know, I'm playing it on the rack whilst I'm playing guitar. So that kind of lends itself to a certain style. You know, that version was in the key of F, so I used a B flat, but of course I've got a C harp for you today. So what we're going to do, the first bar, I'm just going to take the melody, which is this. I'm going to say, okay, well, what can I do with that to give it some texture? I'm just going to turn the last blow into a chord. So instead of the two, I'm going to blow out on 1, 2 and 3. Easy, right? But it sounds quite effective, doesn't it? And what it means, because, I mean, you could call this a substitution. It's more like an addition. We've turned that blow into a chord, and that blow is in the chord. So you're getting the note anyway. When you play 1, 2 and 3, you're getting the two blow in there anyway. So that kind of works nicely. You know, very simple concept, but it's quite effective to bring in extra notes, especially if you're stuck just into kind of playing single note melodies and you want to add some chords. That'd be a great place to do it. Looking at the second bar, I want to put the chord in the same place, so it's going to be the last, well, it's the and after the two, if we're counting 2 beats to a bar, this. Some people call that cut time. It's a way to count folk songs that are fast, so it's just da 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 da. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You could think of it as being in 2/4 time. Don't worry about the concept of that if you don't understand. Like 2 beats to a bar. 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2. So our chords actually coming on the and after the two, because we've got 1 and 2 and 2 and 2 and. So I'll play that for you. So on the second bar though, we're going to do, the chord would now fall on the 2 draw, wouldn't it? Because that's what we have there normally. So instead of the 2 draw, I'm not going to play a blow chord because I want the 2 draw, so I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3 draw. And that way again I bring the melody into the chords. Now you could have a discussion now to say, well, when you do that blow chord, there isn't, that would be a C chord, there isn't a C in the song, there isn't a C chord there. So there'll be a clash, but you know, in folk music you can kind of take that almost like a passing chord or a texture, so we're not too bothered about the theory of what that chord is. I would say if you're unsure, don't get hung up on the theory, bang it in there, trust your ears. You know, if you like it, that's cool. Unless if you're playing with someone else and your chord really clashes on their melody, like if you hear an obvious clash, then you might want to take it out. If you're playing on your own, you know, it's like harmonica, percussion, whatever, you can do what you like in terms of chords, you can add whatever you like. So starting to add those chords. You could add more chords, but I'm just going to do that for now. Let's go to bar 3 and we're going. So if we added a chord in the same place as the other 2 bars, that would be over the 3 draw, wouldn't it? But following that we have a bend, so I don't want to put the chord there because it kind of makes it slightly tricky to hit the bend after. We could, but we're not going to today. Instead, I'm going to put it on the 8th note before, on the beat 2, so I go. I'm not going to do a chord. You could, but I want to bring in the tongue, and I'm going to do a tongue slap, so I'm going to go. So when I come to that 2 draw, I play a snatch of holes 1 and 2 together, and then I jam my tongue down on hole 1 to leave 2. If you've never done that before, it's going to take a little bit of practice. So therefore we've shifted the chord to an 8th note earlier, so I'll play all those 3 bars now. And that just leaves the final bar, and there we'd have a 2 blow, yeah. And instead of that 2 blow, we're now going to do a blow chord again. Okay, so the whole thing. And just those 4 bars is going to keep you busy, and actually, you know, the A section is kind of similar, there's a bit of variation there. And perhaps more important than, you know, you just learning this tune is that actually the concept of this, that you could take your own melodies in second position, and wherever you get a 2 draw or a 2 blow, try substituting a chord in and see how it sounds. And you want to try and be as relaxed as possible, so especially as you get faster, you know, it can sound quite mechanical if you're really if you're really jamming the chord in. So we really want to try and keep the groove going of the piece. Now, building a strong groove is not an easy thing to do, and it takes time. Check out some of my other videos on rhythm harmonica, because what we're trying to do is create our internal sense of pulse. As a harmonica player, to develop that, I would say, is a really good thing, and especially with these groove playing. So, you know, if you can try and keep that pulse nice and strong as you're playing, stay relaxed, stay light. Okay, so I hope you get on well with that. Do leave comments, let me know how that's going, and like I say, if you want the in-depth, much longer version with all the boring details and the tongue blocking and the splits and the improvisations, how to incorporate that, click the link below. Otherwise, I'll see you very soon for another harmonica video. So take care. Thanks very much. Bye.